Hello, 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 and welcome to my channel. I am certified life coach Talia Sage, combining my natural gifts of intuition with the science of life coaching in order to help you navigate through life's up and downs so that you are able to create your best life possible. Today's video message will be a Valentine's Day message for our singles out there, getting some messages from your guides, from the universe, and from Saint Valentine himself to help you along your romantic journey. Before we get into the messages, please give this video a big old thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It lets YouTube know that you like what you see and that you want to see more of it. And it helps me to accomplish my mission, which is to reach and help as many people as possible create their best lives. As you can see, we have many crystals down here. We're going to have lots of piles today. So we're going to have group 1, group 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Like I said, this will be a Valentine's Day message for our singles. It's a timeless message. So anytime that you watch this will be when you need to hear these messages. You could watch this in September. These messages will still apply at that time. You could watch this 3 years from now on Valentine's Day. They will still apply. Group 1 will be this green aventurine crystal. Group 2 is this rose quartz crystal. Group 3 is the clear quartz crystal. Group 4 is the amethyst crystal. Group 5 is carnelian. And group 6 is lapis lazuli. As I said, we will be hoping to get some information about your romantic journey, any advice, any help that the spirits want to give you, and then hopefully even getting some insight on maybe what you can expect this Valentine's Day, whether you watch it in 2023 when I'm filming this, or you watch it in 2026. Information about that Valentine's Day, okay? Of course, use your discernment to decide which group is calling out to you. If you're called to more than one group, that's okay. That just means that you have messages sprinkled across multiple groups. This is a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. Timestamps will be posted in the description box, so once you're ready, feel free to click on your timestamp and you will be fast forwarded to your messages. I'll see you there. Hello, group 1. If you chose this green aventurine crystal, these will be your Valentine's Day messages. So, right away, we have the green, which has to do with the heart chakra. And I was called to choose all heart-shaped crystals for this Valentine's Day messages. So we're really going to be focusing on your heart space. I feel like for you, group 1, the message for you is to really focus on your desires, focus maybe to really go inward and really get to know what your heart is wanting. I feel like you're also being called to connect with nature, to get outside, maybe get some fresh air, go for a walk, just reconnect with that earth element. But let's see. I've already drawn your oracle cards, and then we'll finish off with some tarot cards. So we will see what they have to say for you. Your first card is hope. Oh, I love that. Have hope. Have hope that what you seek, what you desire, is out there waiting for you. Card 38 with Taurus energy. You could be a Taurus. Your future partner may be a Taurus. Who knows? Next, you have peace. Card 23. Then you have perfection with the root chakra. And bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. And I just saw 5:55 on the clock. So what this is telling me is that for you, group one, there is change coming in to your romantic life. Fives are all about change. Shaking shit up, so to speak. So you're being called to create the change that you want to see within your romantic space. You have to create this change within yourself, within your own heart, and then it will begin to manifest in the 3D reality by attracting in the relationships that you want. You may have a tendency to want things perfect. You may consider yourself a perfectionist. This energy has been throwing you out of balance. That is why I was feeling that get out in nature to ground yourself, ground your energy. Your root chakra, you're not very grounded right now because it might be that you're looking for the absolute perfect partner, or you have to appear perfect, or you feel that you have to appear perfect, or the way that you look at relationships, you maybe expect them to be perfect. Whatever it is, Saint Valentine would like you to know that nothing is ever perfect, and that it's time for you to embrace the imperfection. Find peace within the imperfection. You may meet someone who does not possess all those qualities that you've written down perhaps, or that you've thought that you want in a partner. But when it comes down to it, they could have all of the most important qualities. I feel like you're really being called to love yourself enough, first off, to not, if you are someone who deals with perfectionistic tendencies, love yourself enough to release that. You don't have to be perfect. And actually, your quirkiness, your uniqueness, the things that you consider imperfect about yourself, they will be the very things that attract the person that you're seeking into you. They will find it endearing. They will find it cute, whatever it is. So release the idea of perfection. Be at peace with who you are. Love yourself enough to, I don't know, maybe you're a super clumsy person or something and you're always tripping up the stairs or dropping something. Laugh it off. Don't get so upset about it. Be at peace with who you are. Maybe you're killing yourself getting up at 3 a.m. every morning just to get a workout in and counting all of those calories and blah, blah, blah. Throwing yourself out of balance when, maybe you could get up at 4 and do a shorter workout. Or maybe you could allow yourself to eat that pizza and not be so hard on yourself. Not saying to completely let yourself go, but it's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to not expect perfection, because the things that are imperfect about you will be exactly what your future partner finds endearing about you. So be at peace with who you are. Hold on to hope that, once again, that those desires that you seek, the type of relationship that you seek, it will find you. Maybe instead of making a list of every single quality that you want in a partner, make a list of the most important qualities, the things that will really create a lasting relationship. Yes, you might want that hunk, but he might be dumb as hell, right? Maybe focus, maybe not so much on the superficial part of things, but more on the actual, I don't know how to say it, but not the physical characteristics, but the actual like emotional qualities that someone possesses. Is this person loyal? Which is, oh, okay. Fun fact about Saint Valentine. The name Valentine long ago meant loyalty, worthy, strong. Maybe focus on those qualities that you are seeking in someone, and know that the vessel in which they come does not have to be perfect. I feel like you're being called to open your heart up to other possibilities. If you are someone who's really focused on the physical aspect or the material aspect, you may have not given viable candidates the opportunity to get to know you based on something superficial. If that's not for you, once again, take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. But you're really being called to focus on the qualities, those long-lasting characteristics. Is this person going to stay beside you if you get sick and you need someone there to help you? Is this person does this person have interest in the things that you want to do in life? Like if you want to travel the world, but this person has no desire whatsoever to leave their hometown, that might be a problem, right? If you want to have children and this person doesn't want to have children, that may be a problem. Focus on the things that you want. Have hope that you will find those qualities in a person. Have hope and be at peace that you can also love yourself through all of your imperfections. Oh, I didn't even realize. So we have this 23 here, reduces to a 5. More change coming in. Create the change within yourself and it will begin to manifest itself. You bringing love into you will attract that love into your life. We also have a 38 here, reducing to an 11. That's a new beginning coming. That's awesome for you, Group 1. A new beginning in love is coming. Have hope. Taurus also maybe, or not maybe, it is this energy of liking the nice things in life, enjoying those nice things in life. It's also a grounded energy. They don't mind working hard to get those luxuries out of life. Do the hard work on yourself, of loving yourself, opening yourself up to the possibilities. I feel like the person who comes into your life, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. They may be someone that you would not have considered in the past. But once you get to know them, you're going to see just how great they are. And they are going to bring a lot of abundance to you in the form of love, maybe even financially, because that is the Taurus. Oop. Okay, you got the bonus card. You are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. Yes. Become your best self, and you will undoubtedly attract this person that you're seeking. Your next card is the World. I'm just going to cover up her nakedness because YouTube does not like that. You're ending a cycle. You are about to meet someone, Group 1. It may not be right at Valentine's Day, but it will be soon thereafter. Your next card out is the Empress. This is the epitome of loving yourself and attracting in that which you desire, Group 1. You are ending a cycle and you're about to attract it in. Your advice is to really just focus on loving yourself, loving your imperfections, being at peace with who you are, with where you are, knowing, having hope and faith that in the future, your partner, whether you're looking for someone lifelong or just for the time being, having hope and faith that they will come into you, because they soon will. You have 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Let go of worrying about when it's going to happen. Don't let it keep you up at night. I feel like you're being called to just give this over to a higher power and focus on loving yourself. Focus on really discovering what you want in a partner. Not just the superficial, not just the material, but like those long-lasting qualities that really make a good friend a good partner. And you will soon attract it to yourself. I cut the deck and look what you got. Ace of Cups. That's new love. I'm gonna take it for you. That is new love coming in. You might even have a choice between a couple different people with that 2 of Swords popping up too. Group 1, I don't know exactly if you're going to have a date for Valentine's Day, but you can expect an abundant, loving relationship coming into your life in the near future. Let's roll some dice to try to get some timing for you. We have 2 and 5. Is this weeks or months? I'm hearing 2 weeks to 5 months. You can expect to meet someone. That is, once you start doing this work on yourself. 2 weeks to 5 months is how long it will take. It will be different for all of you. That's why I heard 2 weeks to 5 months. But you're about to end this phase of your life. Okay, I pulled some charms for you. You have the letter A, N, B. I see ban or nab. You also have K, another B. Ooh, I'm seeing ab. This person might have some abs. W and L. This may all be initials of that the person that you meet may have, or they could even be your initials. If you see some words that you can make out of this, that might also be another message for you. Next, we have flowers. And you receive the hope flower there. Have hope. This person might be a romantic who brings you flowers, or you could be the romantic that gives flowers. Next, you have a thumbs up. Everything's going to be okay. Don't worry. This is coming in very soon for you. And then you have the lips, the kiss. Lots of love coming in for you very soon, Group 1. Stay hopeful. Focus on yourself. I just saw 1919 on the clock. That's 1010. The ending of a cycle and moving into a new phase of your romantic life. Group 1, I love this for you. So these have been your Valentine's Day messages from St. Valentine. If you resonated with this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like a private reading, feel free to reach out to me. My email is listed in the description box below. I will see you next time. Goodbye. Hello, Group 2. If you chose this rose quartz crystal, these will be your messages for Valentine's Day from Saint Valentine. So right away with the rose quartz crystal, this is all about self-love, self-care. And I'm really being drawn to the cracks within this crystal. I never really noticed it before, but there's some cracks in there. I feel like there's been some things on your heart. Maybe you've had a broken heart in the past, some pain when it comes to relationships that is still lingering in your energy. And you're really being called to draw in and love yourself and heal these parts of yourself. This is what you will need to do in order to attract in the relationship that you're hoping for. I've already pulled your oracle cards, and then we will finish off with some tarot cards and charms. So your first card out says Ritual, card 10 in reverse with Leo energy. Right? That's Leo, right? Let me double check. I don't know why I'm second guessing myself all of a sudden, but let's check it. Yes, that is Leo energy. You may be a Leo. The person that you meet in the future may be a Leo. It's in reverse. Let's leave it in reverse. Your next card out is Y, card 31. Then you have Forgiveness with the crown chakra, third eye. And you have It's Time to Release Negativity, full moon in Scorpio. As I was saying, some heartbreak going on there. This ritual card says, though there may be unknown forces surrounding and working for you, you are being prompted to join in through dedicated study and physical action. Beneficial esoteric teachings are worthwhile pursuing, and a deeper connection with another is being forged, perhaps without you even realizing it. Be careful of secrets and confidential knowledge that may cause harm. I feel like what this ritual card is saying for you, Group 2, is that it is time for you to put in the work, to heal from whatever this heartbreak was. Forgive. It's time to forgive. It's time to move on. You may be sleeping a lot, maybe a bit depressed, just not dealing with a situation or dealing with something from your past, just sort of ignoring it, letting it move on. You might be asking yourself, why? Why did this happen? Why did this person leave me? Why did this person treat me that way? Why am I not in a relationship? Whatever, right? Whatever those whys are that you ask. As you get up and get more active, as this card was saying, forming new habits, it talked about being physically more active. As you do that, those answers are going to be coming to you, and that's going to help you release any negative feelings that you have. It's going to help you to find forgiveness within whatever situation this was that has blocked your heart. the thing that you need to release may have to do with the Scorpio. Might not resonate with all of you. This is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. But it's like you've been stuck in this energy here of just unable to move on. Maybe you've been in denial about a situation. Maybe you're definitely in one of the 7 stages of grief. If you have not already, I suggest that you watch my series, Bloom Where You Are Planted. My legs are tingling as I'm saying this because it will help you to awaken to where you're stuck. You know, you might just feel like meh and not really fully understand why. Those videos will help to awaken something within you. Okay, so I suggest you listen to those. They're very short, just informative videos, giving you the tools that you need to gain some self-awareness and help you to self-coach yourself. But you form some new types of habits that are not benefiting you. Maybe like sleeping too much, not being active enough, not putting yourself out there to do new things, to meet new people even. You're being called to harness that passion, that fire within you again with that Leo energy and to make a change. 10 is about the ending of a cycle and beginning a new cycle. You're being called to put an end to whatever lethargy, meh, just over it type of energy that you have been in. Because it's time to move on and find forgiveness. Forgiveness is not for the other people involved. Forgiveness is for you. You forgiving is releasing you from the chains that have bound you. You forgiving mends this heartbreak. It opens you back up again. It opens you up again. But the answers that you've been seeking, they will come into you soon enough. And they're going to help you regain some solid footing in your life. They're going to bring some stability, some security back into your life. Feeling safe, perhaps. Let's see what your card has to say. 31. I was not called to read from the books for the last group. Okay. This is why I'm being called. Relationship message. We don't always know why we engage in our relationships in the way we do, mostly because our feelings aren't always logical. Now is the time to recognize whether you are being triggered by someone else or if your behavior is motivated by unresolved issues in the past. When you ask yourself, why am I feeling like this and why did I say that, and spend some time in introspection, the answers may be surprising. Listen to the messages from your intuition, from the knowing deep within you. What does it tell you about yourself and others? In the end, life is all about being loved. Miracles and a deep understanding of your needs and how to get them met are the buried treasures of the why. Uncover them by posing the most powerful question you can ask yourself and your partner today. Why? It's time to let go of the past. You know, you may be seeking closure. Look, I split the deck and you got the World and the Fool. It's time for a new beginning for you. Put an end to this cycle. You may be seeking closure within a situation, wanting someone to give you that closure, but closure rarely ever comes from the other person. Closure typically has to come from ourselves. From us just being done with it, from us learning the lessons from the situation and vowing to never make the same mistakes in the future and going on to do better, right? That's what you're being called to do. And as you do that, as you heal yourself, forgive, release, that is when you will be able to attract in the relationship that you seek. Okay then, that came out quick. All right. You have High Priestess coming out first, following that intuition. The Moon, the answers that you're seeking being revealed. Two of Cups. Ooh, soulmate card. Wow, good for you. Bottom of the deck energy is the Ace of Pentacles. And then you have the Seven of Swords. I'm going to leave that up because that is, I'm feeling important. Group 2. You may just have a date for this Valentine's Day. And if you don't, you will meet someone shortly thereafter. I feel like you have a soulmate coming in for you. But first, you need to focus on doing this work to release the past. Release any pain, any heartache from the past. Your intuition, like I said, we have the crown chakra here. You're being guided. Oh, and just like the ritual card was saying, it was saying that although there are forces helping you and guiding you along the way, it's time for you to step up and do that work too. You are being guided. I feel like one of the answers that you're going to receive very soon is why something needed to not work out in your life. Why this past relationship, past heartbreak, whatever it was, needed to not work out. And I feel like, well, no, always. The answer is it would not have made you as happy as you could have been. It was not what was best for your highest good and that person's highest good. The reason why it didn't work out is because there's something so much better waiting for you out there. But you have to decide to get up off your ass, put in that emotional work, that spiritual work even, and let it go. Because once you do, something so great is about to come in for you. Oh my goodness. I was picking this up to tell you to stop deceiving yourself. Take what is necessary. Like I said, take the lessons and leave the rest behind. Leave behind the anger, leave behind the hate. Take what you can learn from the past situations and move on, because what is waiting for you is this 10 of Cups. So much happiness, so much fulfillment. Maybe even that person that you will start a family with. You may even have a little girl and a little boy in the future. Is that what you're wanting? Is that what you're hoping for, Group 2? Because if it is, the cards are telling you right here that that's on its way to you. But you first have to do the work to release the negativity of the past. And then once again, the Page of Cups here is a new beginning in love. And, oh my Lord, these cards are so good for you. A new beginning in love, and it's gonna be a surprise, like this fish popping out of this cup. It's gonna be a surprise when it comes to you. You're not going to be expecting it, because you're gonna be focusing on yourself, loving yourself, mending yourself, and then out of the blue, this soulmate is gonna literally walk into your life. This is, with the Ace of Pentacles here, this is a physical thing that is happening. This is not just you learning to love yourself. This is someone actually coming in to your life. And it's going to make so much sense. It's going to give you the answers of why this past thing didn't work out, because you're going to be so happy and so fulfilled and so in love beyond what you ever thought you were in the past. Ooh, I'm loving this for you. Okay, Group 2. Let's get roll some dice to try to get some timing. Okay. Not every one of you who watches this group is going to begin doing the work right away, or it may take some of you longer to heal. Some of you have already been doing the work. What I'm getting from this is 2 months to 1 year. is when you will meet this person. Some of you may even meet this person within 2 days and actually have a date for this current 2023 Valentine's Day. I'm not going to put it out there that people will have specific dates for this Valentine's Day, because if you don't, I don't want anyone coming back to me saying I was wrong, because time is not linear. Tarot readings can give you outcomes that may happen in the future, but what you decide to do can change those outcomes. If you watch this video and you decide to get to work on it, on what you need to do today, this could be 2 days, this could be 2 weeks. But if you drag your feet, telling yourself that there's nothing that you need to release, nothing that you need to heal, and you don't start it for 6 months from now, it may take a year. So, like I said, I'm getting 2 weeks. Did I say 2 weeks? I'm saying 2 weeks now. 2 weeks to 1 year. Might take some of you sooner than that. Might take some of you longer than that. It is all up to you. All up to you. Okay, let's pull some charms here. Okay, you had one letter come out. The letter P. Your name might start with P. Their name may start with P. And if it doesn't, that's okay. You have the sunglasses. Your future looks so bright that you have to wear sunglasses. Know that that bright future is waiting for you. Next, you have tacos. Looks like you actually received two tacos. 2 tacos. You may love tacos. This other person may love tacos. You may meet or have a first date over tacos. It might be one of those meet cute situations where you go to pick up tacos and you bump into each other and it begins this whole whirlwind romance. And I'm getting the tingles as I say that. So that's pretty much how it will go for at least one of you who watches this video. Oh, look, you have the wink with the kiss, and you have the kiss. Love is coming in for you. And I feel like this is the universe being a little bit cheeky and winking at you, being like, I got you. I love you. You have no idea what's about to come in for you. Get ready. Group 2, I love this for you. These have been your messages from Saint Valentine and the universe. If this resonated with you, if this made you excited for your future relationship, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Leave me a little heart emoji, because this is just too good. You got the soulmate card, you got the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, and the Ace of Swords under there. I love it for you. And some of you just may have a date for Valentine's Day. All right? If you would like a private reading, feel free to email me. My description link is in the my email is in the description link before. I will catch you next time. Hello, group 3. If you chose this clear quartz crystal, these will be your messages from Saint Valentine for Valentine's Day. So, right away when I was drawn to take out your crystal, the message that I received is that it is time to get crystal clear about your intentions, crystal clear about what it is that you want. There's some, hopefully you can see that, there's these imperfections and bubbles and things within this crystal, and I feel like there's parts of, some things are still muddled. And I don't know how else to say that, but there's something that's still muddled within your energy, within your knowing of what it is that you're looking for. And you're being called to get crystal clear about it, to figure it out. All right, I've already pulled your oracle cards, and then we'll finish off with some tarot cards and some charms. But your first card is Focus 35 with Sagittarius energy. You may be Sagittarius. The person that you meet in the future may be Sagittarius. Next, you have By the Book, card 11. You have Balance with the Crown Chakra. Oh, let's put that one here. And then we have Nothing Will Come of This Situation. Void, of course, Moon. Group 3, you're focusing on all the wrong things. And I can't say all the wrong things, but your focus is not where it should be. It's like that's the muddled energy that was coming in. You're focusing on things that are not going to get you to where you want to go, like this arrow. You're not. You are distracted. Maybe you keep you are distracted in some way. What's distracting you? Whatever it is that you're focusing on at this current time, that's not going to take you to the relationship that you seek in the future. This could even be telling you to not focus on a relationship at this moment, because first you need to find balance. Yes, okay. Saint Valentine would like you to focus on yourself right now. You may be putting a lot of effort or just thinking a lot about meeting someone. When will I meet this person? How will I meet this person? Where should I go? What dating site should I join? Whatever it is. And that's not where your focus should be. Nothing will come of that situation. You may even be focusing on a particular person right now, trying to get into a relationship with them. Nothing will come of the situation. You may actually start a relationship with them, but it won't be that long-term trajectory that you may have for yourself. You're being called to balance your emotions. You're giving too much focus to something in your life, and that's going to be different for everyone, so I'm not getting the full picture of what that may be for you, group 3, but find some balance. It says, the balance card says, this card may indicate a reluctance to change. You may be hesitating because of the past, but that doesn't mean you should be hasty. Weigh all sides before moving forward. This can mean the start of a relationship. Proceed slowly. How fitting that I actually read the book, because I wasn't going to. This can mean the start of a relationship. Proceed slowly. Like I said, this is going to be different for all of you. But like I said, if you are someone who's in a situationship with someone right now, looking to make it something more serious, you're being cautioned against it. You're being cautioned. It may become something more serious, but what I'm feeling is that it will not be that long-lasting, sustainable relationship that you may be hoping for. You may get into it and realize that, yes, while this person looks good on paper, right? They may smell good, look nice, have a stable job, whatever it is. They might not actually possess the qualities that you will need to be fully happy in a long-lasting, committed relationship. They may not have the qualities that they will need to sustain a long-lasting, committed relationship. And then you have, by the book here, 11. 11s are all about new beginnings. Don't rush a situation in your life. I feel like either there is someone already around you that you're hoping to make something lasting with, or there could be, what was I just about to say? I just totally lost it. Spirit, what was that? Don't rush it. There could be someone already in your life that you're wanting to turn something, create something deeper with. Don't rush it. Don't try to go from A to Z, right? Don't expect to meet this person one day or start this relationship and then, I don't know, be engaged 6 months later. It's not going to go that way. Slow and steady, like elephants, right? Let's read your relationship message from the elephants here. It says, getting along with others entails understanding and respecting who they have become as a result of their environment, culture, and experience. Find the middle ground that allows the relationship to flourish while honoring the individuality of the other person. Play things by the book instead of trying to break the rules or pressure others to conform to the way you want to do them. Your connection will deepen as a result. So, group 3. Whether you are single now, in a situationship, you're being called to proceed with caution, to move slowly, to not rush things. Because I feel like, whether this is current or in the future, you will have the tendency to rush things, to, create that, how do I say it? To expect that perfection right away. And that is not how relationships go. Definitely not. We all come with our own unique qualities, abilities, memories, experiences, and you're being called to grow within it, work within it. You may be drawn to pile 1. If you were, I suggest you watch it. But the overall message really is coming down to, don't focus on the imperfections. Don't expect perfection, because things will not be perfect. That is not real life. You could have had relationships that ended in the past because you were looking for perfection, because you couldn't get past certain qualities of someone, right? This could be like, you are a very clean person and the person that you were with or are with, maybe within the future, might not be the cleanest. Maybe they leave their socks laying on the floor. Is that really a make or break thing at the end of the day, right? Does this person show up for you when you need support? Can you count on this person? Are they loyal? Are they dependable when it comes down to it? Does dirty socks on the floor really matter at the end of the day when it comes to a long-lasting, committed relationship? Ooh, I spilled tea on here and didn't even realize. That is your message. I feel like many of you who chose this pile are already in some sort of situationship. And if you're not, you're being called to just really, either way, whether you are or not, you're being called to start a new way of being within relationships going forward. Not focusing on the imperfections, focusing on the things that actually matter. We have 35 here, reduces to an 8. That's about abundance. Focusing on the things, yes, the things that matter, the abundance. Do they make you feel good? Are they kind to you? Do they speak nicely to you? Do they show up for you? Do they care about what you have to say? Focus on those things. Okay, your first tarot card out is the Chariot. The next one that fell out was the Five of Swords. And then you have Four of Wands, the Soulmate card, the Twin Flames, if you believe in that. I am loving these Valentine's Day readings. I have really not wanted to allow myself to do relationship readings, but I'm loving it. Death at the bottom of the deck there. Okay, group one. Like I said in the previous video reading, I'm not going to say whether or not people will have a date for Valentine's Day, because I don't want anybody coming back and being like, you were wrong, because time is linear. These messages could happen now if you're really doing the work and attracting this into yourself, or it could happen 3 years from now. But either way, this is the trajectory, just like that Sagittarian arrow there. You are on the course for success, group 3. You are on a course to, you will have that stable relationship, that loving, committed relationship. You will build solid foundations with someone. This is also the card of marriage, by the way. So if that is something that you are looking for in life, that commitment, that is what's coming for you. You're closing out a cycle. You're closing out this imbalance within yourself, where you focus on the imperfections. You focus on the little things that really don't matter at the end of the day. And you're being called to start a new beginning where you really focus on what matters. Doing things by the book. Taking it slowly, not trying to rush into relationships, not trying to change people to suit your needs, not trying to make people fall in line to what you think they should be. You're being called to open up and love, accept. Yes, get crystal clear about your intentions and what you seek within a relationship. But, letting go of the minuscule things. Letting go of the drama. The things that really don't matter at the end of the day. Yeah, you might get into little petty arguments about somebody leaving their socks on the floor. You're being called to really try to rein that in, though, because that could really scare someone away. Someone who could have been a great candidate. To watch the way you speak to people within relationships. Watch what you're focusing on. I love this for you. Chariot, the card of success, the card of fast forward movement, that trajectory again, focusing on what is important at the end of the day. Building family, building community, building support. Finding someone who's going to give you that unconditional love, right? That is required for a long-lasting, committed relationship, no matter whether or not they leave their socks on the floor. We have the Seven of Pentacles here saying, sow the seeds, put in the work, and you will watch your crops grow. Soon enough, you will be able to reap your harvest. So whether you're in a situationship right now or you're meeting someone in the future, find balance within yourself, letting go of the perfectionism, letting go of your need to be right, letting go of your ideal of how other people should be. Focusing on what really matters. And you will find so much success within love. All right, I'm going to roll the dice to get some timing to see when this may happen for you. As I said, time is linear. This may happen sooner for some of you and later for others of you, just because of how long it takes you to work on yourself and focus on the right things. Ooh, look at you again, coming out with 11. I didn't even realize that you have 11 here. You have the twin flame 11 here and 11. Group 3, you have a twin flame, if you believe in that. If you don't believe in it, you have just a really strong soulmate bond that's going to come into your life in the near future. I'm saying 1 week to 1 year. Once again, it will be different for all of you. Okay, an airplane just went by. For many of you, it's going to come in sooner than you expect. Airplanes move very fast, just like that chariot. It's on its way to you already. Group 3, you just may have a date for Valentine's Day. Oh my goodness. You have a really strong soulmate coming in for you very soon. Let go of the petty drama and focus on what really matters at the end of the day. Can you laugh at this person? Can you have fun with this person? Will they show up for you and be supportive and loyal? Oh, I love this for you. Oof. Oh, sorry, I got all excited here. I love this. That is so cool. So cool, group 3. All right, I'm also going to pull some charms, see if we can get some more information for you. Okay. Your first letter is R. Then you have P and G. These may be initials of the person that you will start a relationship with. Then you have the winky, kissy heart. This also came out in group 2. This is telling me that yes, love is on its way to you. It's going to be very flirtatious, very fun. And this is also the universe sort of winking at you, saying you have no idea what's about to come in for you. The universe loves you. Believe that. But we had one more letter. Another P. Ooh, you got 2 of the kissies. I love this. You guys, this relationship that's coming in for you, you guys are going to love each other so much. You're going to be kissing up on each other, flirting with each other. It's going to be fun. Enjoy it. Then you have the thumbs up. It's okay. It's okay to let go of the little things. It's okay to let go of the petty drama. Another random message coming in. You may have been someone who grew up in a household where your parents fought a lot, where you maybe had a very controlling parent. You're being called to examine that part of yourself, if that was your life growing up, and to learn from it, to let it go, because it has been affecting you now. That is why you have petty arguments and fights over BS when it really comes down to it, because those things that you fight about don't matter at the end of the day. And then you have the turtle. This turtle is making me think of, what is it? The Treasure Island card, where there's a turtle with a treasure chest on its back. It's been a long time coming, and it may take more time yet for some of you, but your treasure is on its way to you. And also, like this by the book, don't rush things. Take it slow. You may be meeting someone soon, if you haven't already, where you're just like, oh my gosh, this is the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. Let's rush into it. Let's do it. But you're still being called to take your time, to get to know each other, to learn each other. It's not saying not to get married if that's what you both want to do, but to go easy on each other, because there's so much to learn. You're never going to learn everything about that other person. It might take 50 years of being together. You're always going to learn new things. You're always going to be growing and evolving together. So don't focus on the imperfections. Don't focus on the little things. Focus on what matters at the end of the day. Because the love that you seek, that soulmate, that twin flame, if that's what you believe in, is coming in very soon. Group 3, I have loved this. If you have loved this as well, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you would like to schedule a private reading, you can find my email listed in the description box below. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. Hello, Group 4. If you chose this amethyst crystal, these will be your messages from St. Valentine's Day. So right away, the 4 for me is all about personal. The 4. Why did I just say 4? Okay. Maybe there's a message there. 4s, first off, are about stability, security, safety. And the amethyst is about personal power and intuition. I feel like you're being called to find some stability, a sense of security and safety within yourself, strengthening your personal power, because that will connect you to your intuition and help to guide you to what it is that you're seeking in terms of love and relationships. Let's see what your cards have to say. I've pulled some oracle cards, and then we'll finish off with some tarot and some charms. You have productivity, card 8, with Cancer energy. You may be a Cancer. The person that you meet in the future may be a Cancer. Next, you have higher power, card 4. 4 plus 4 equals 8. I love it. Next, you have bittersweet in reverse with the throat chakra. And you have a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. You may be a Cancer. The person that you meet may be a Cancer. Or the person in question, even. Group 4. Have to keep track of where we're at. There's been some situation in your past that has thrown you out of your personal power. This bittersweet card in reverse is telling me that, okay, first off, some of you may be in a relationship currently that you are questioning, a situationship perhaps that you are questioning. Whether this is a current situation or a past situation. There's something that you've been questioning, I feel like, where it has thrown you out of your personal power because it's bittersweet. This might be thinking about walking away from something. This could be someone that you walked away from in the past, or who walked away from you in the past, and it was very bittersweet. You love the person, you had fond memories with them, or you still currently love the person and have fond memories of them. And that is why this bittersweet comes in, because it will be hard to say goodbye if this is someone currently in your life, or it was hard to say goodbye and it's still lingering in your energy if this was something in the past. Whatever your situation is, whether this is a current situationship or something from the past, you're being called to give it over to a higher, oh my Lord. Rewind. Didn't I say the number 4 at the beginning of your reading? And I was like, why is that coming into play? There we have it, number 4. And 4 plus 4 makes 8. Ooh, I love it. Anyway, you're being called to give it over to a higher power. Give it to God. Let Jesus take the wheel within this situation, whether this is current or something in the past. To stop focusing on it so much, to stop racking your brain trying to figure out what to do or why something happened in the past. Give it to God. Let the universe, let God, let the divine guide you. It's like you're putting too much pressure into a situation, and that is causing you to be stuck, to be stagnant, perhaps, to just have no idea what to do. But the great thing is that this higher power came out with a personal issue reaches resolution. As you do so, as you give this over to a higher power, choosing to focus on other things, be productive in other ways, this issue will reach resolution. This will be you maybe receiving closure from a past situation. This could be you receiving that closure and validation just within yourself, from God, answering your questions of why. What group did that come out in? You may be interested in looking at group 2. Anyway, and 2 plus 2 makes 4. Anyway, whatever this is, this bittersweet thing in your life, it will reach resolution soon. You will be able to heal it soon and regain your personal power within the situation. Let's see what your 8 card says. Productivity. It says your hard work, planning, and experience should be paying off now, and there is reason to keep going with what you are currently working on. Additional resources can be safely used, and there's indication of a promotion, windfall, or increase of some sort. There are good energy surrounding health and also fitness levels, although challenges will include failure to keep these at their optimum through neglect. That is what I was feeling. That's the stagnation that I was feeling. Maybe you haven't been focusing on yourself enough because you've been so focused on whatever this issue was that has been bittersweet and needs a resolution. Like I said, you're being called to focus on staying active, doing other things that you can, and letting God heal the situation. I love how it all just comes together like that. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Higher power card. I feel like you need this, group 4. Relationship message says, it's time to address how much effort you give to your relationship with your higher power called God, Goddess, Spirit, or any other name that is sacred and holy. Recognize that your relationship with Spirit is your number 1 priority. The appearance of this card also indicates that there is a deep spiritual bond between you and another person who is essential to your growth and evolution. Tend to your spiritual connections and remain aware of your true nature. Whether this is someone who is currently in your life or someone in the past, they were essential to your growth and your development as a person, spiritually. If this was someone in the past, you're really being called to stop feeling sorry about the situation and look at it from a higher perspective. What did you gain from the situation? What did you learn? What did you learn about yourself that you can now take into the future, into future relationships? What did you learn about that person and maybe things that you don't want within a partner? Focus on your health. Stay active. Get out and do things. Exercise. Eat right. the answers that you need to help you move past this situation, if this is someone from the past, or the answers that you need to help you make a decision within a current situationship, they will come to you. But you have to take the focus off of them and focus on yourself. And that is where you will create that sense of stability and security for yourself. Empowering you once more to go out and create the abundance with that number 8 that you seek. Ooh, I love how this comes together. Ooh, you see that? That devil wanted to show itself. And we have the two people here chained together. It's time to free yourself from something, from some low vibe energy, from some toxic relationship, whether that is currently or from the past, that has still been affecting you, that has taken away your power. It's so interesting. I woke up, I wasn't even meaning to make this video today, but I woke up thinking about this card and the two people on it. And I never saw it before as a relationship card, but for some reason when I woke up this morning, that is the vision that I received, was of needing to break the chains, break, you could have trauma bond. Your past relationship could have been a trauma bond, or a current situationship could be a trauma bond. And it's time to break free of it. Yes, it's bittersweet. It maybe brought you some joy, some pleasure, but at the same time, with those sweets came the sours. There was something that just was not working out, or is not working out. And it's time to free yourself of that. But since the card didn't fall out all the way, we're going to keep shuffling. What can group 4 expect in love and relationships? Messages from Saint Valentine. Oh, I didn't even realize this. Oh, look, and now you get the Lovers, but you have Cancer energy here and Cancer energy there. Very emotional, very, okay. The Crab energy. It doesn't just walk a straight forward path. It moves sideways. You've been trying to attack something head on, thinking about it, and you're really being called to look at it from a different perspective. Because once you do that, that is when you will receive the answers that you need to release this person, if it's a current person, to heal a past situation and move on into the future. But what can you expect out of love and relationships? You got the Lovers. That's a pretty great card to come out, I would say. You won't be alone forever, is what Saint Valentine would like you to know. Saint Valentine is helping you to connect with your soulmate, with that relationship that you seek. The Lovers card is also about a choice on, I feel like the choice for you is, are you going to continue giving your power away to a past situation or even a current situation that you know is not for your highest good? Or are you going to make a choice to change, create stability for yourself, and find that abundance? Next, you have Justice. 2 major arcana coming out for you. See if we can get one more card. Okay. Strength wanted to show itself, but I'm going to keep shuffling. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Everything is fine. 10 of Swords. With that devil energy showing up again on the bottom of the deck. I knew he was important. And I'll take him. With once again, the choice showing up for you as well. I love how this connects. Okay, group 4. You will not be alone forever. You will find balance within your energy, within your emotions. And that balance will come once you let go of this overthinking, overanalyzing, maybe even distracting yourself with your phone, maybe checking up on an ex on social media all the time, letting go of addictions perhaps. Both of these cards to me speak of addictions. Addictions with overthinking, overanalyzing, maybe giving in to temptations like staying on your phone all day, sitting around watching TV all day, distracting yourself, drugs, alcohol, whatever it is for you. This is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. But as you release these things, as you decide, as you make a choice, followed by the star, which I'm just going to cover up her nakedness. As you once you decide to make a choice to release this situation, just give it to God, because there's nothing that you can control. There's nothing that you can change. You will find healing. You will find stability. You will have regained your power. And in doing so, you will bring balance back into your life. And then you will also bring this happy, loving, committed relationship that you seek into your life. This could just be even letting go of emotions from the past so that you can give a current situation a fighting chance, right? You could be holding grudges from past relationships that are affecting current situations within your life. It's going to be different for all of you, but you have a choice. And you have 3 major arcana that wanted to come out for you. This is a destined event. This is a major spiritual awakening and growth for you. And it's a very pivotal moment within your life. Letting go of past situations or current situations if they're not healthy for you. Being more productive. Letting go of low vibe energies like overthinking, just like not getting up and taking care of yourself, focusing on yourself because you're so focused on something else. Maybe giving into anxiety, depression, drugs, alcohol. Giving it all over to God, to the universe, spirit, whatever it is that you believe in, and bringing balance back into your life. I love this for you. You're coming back into union with yourself, group 4, and you will be coming into union with a lover. I can't say that you will have a date for this current Valentine's Day 2023 because time is not linear. It all depends on you and when you make this choice and when you will decide to put in the work to heal yourself. All right, but this is your trajectory. This is what you can hope for in the future. The Lovers came out first because it's the most important card, telling you that what you seek is out there waiting for you. All right, let's roll some dice to get some timing. 5 and 4. 5 weeks to 4. I hate that, Spirit. I wanted to say 4 months, but then the word years popped in front of my eyes. Once again, time is not linear. Some of you may have more to heal from than others. Some of you may put off doing this healing work and keep distracting yourself and self-medicating. It could take up to 4 years if you decide to do that. But also, if you hop in, give it over to Jesus, let Jesus take the wheel, focus on your health, focus on you and healing, It could happen in 5 weeks. All right? 5 weeks to 4 months, depending on your situation. I'm also going to pull some charms to try to get some more information for you. Okay. You have A and I. I'm seeing this as artificial intelligence. You might meet this person online, but this could also be the initials of the future person that you meet. You have the blue flower. This, when it comes in the future, it will be a very romantic situation, with flowers being exchanged, with just a lot of beauty and peace. Next, you have the winky, kissy heart emoji. This is like spirit just being kind of cheeky with you, being like, wink, wink, get ready. You don't know what we have in store for you. Get ready. The universe loves you, and it's bringing in the things that you want. You will not be alone forever. Also, I feel like this person that you meet will be just really flirty with you. Next, you have the diamond. Expect commitment, expect engagement with that lover that's coming in right there for you. And then we also have the turtle. Your growth and development may be slow, but it will be slow and steady. But also, this turtle is giving me the vibes of the Treasure Island card, which is a turtle swimming with a treasure on its back. It may have been a long time coming. It may still be a longer time coming for some of you, but your treasure will come in. That love that you're looking for will come in. So hold on to hope, hold on to faith, do the work that is needed, that is necessary for you to mend your heart, to regain your power back from a situation that disempowered you or is currently disempowering you. And everything will be fine. It won't be like this sarcastic, everything is fine. Everything will actually be fine. Release those demons, release the low vibe energies, the addictions, the maladaptive behaviors. Bring yourself back into balance, reclaiming your personal power. And in doing so, that is what you will bring in for yourself. So group 4. These have been your messages from St. Valentine for Valentine's Day. If this resonated with you, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to claim this reading for yourself, leave me a pumpkin emoji in the comment section. Thank you for being here, and I will see you again soon. Goodbye. Hello, group 5. If you chose this carnelian crystal, these will be your messages from St. Valentine for Valentine's Day. Right away with the carnelian crystal, I'm feeling like St. Valentine is asking you to get creative. You might be stuck in a rut somewhere, maybe with the ways in which you are looking for a partner, and he's telling you to think outside the box. You're being called to think outside of the box when it comes to your love life and relationships. I've already pulled some oracle cards, and then we'll finish off with some tarot and some charms. Oh yeah, you're the group that received a lot of cards. All right, first, you have gratitude in reverse. Let's see what this sign is. I can't remember all the signs. 36. Your sign for this card, Gemini. I should have known that. Gemini energy. You may be Gemini. The person that you meet in the future may be Gemini. Or someone from your past could have been a Gemini, with this gratitude being in reverse. Next, you have Clean It Up, card 21 in reverse. Then you have the Fates, card 17, followed by Your Commitment is Being Tested, first quarter moon. Growth with the Heart Chakra in reverse, and Recovery with the Crown Chakra. I'm being drawn to read the Fates for you. 17. Relationship message for the Fates says, other people are who they are. You can't change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and not try to make them otherwise to suit you. This is a time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit your view of how they should be so you can remain in the relationship and avoid discomforts. What if who they are and whatever is happening between you and them in the situation is perfect from the perspective of spirit? Now is the time to accept what you cannot change, even if it means that you honor yourself, spirit, and the other person by moving on. Love unconditionally, for each of us is on our own journey, and we cannot direct that of another. Be aware that this relationship is indeed fated, and you are meant to evolve into a better version of yourself as a result of it. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Group 5. This is why you're being called to think outside of the box and get creative within your relationships and love life. Some of you may be in a current situationship, or this could have been a past situation that is still lingering in your energy that you're meant to learn from. Either way, if this is past or present, you're meant to grow within this current situation. This happened or is happening to offer you, to bring you wisdom, to bring you, to grow you, to mature you spiritually and emotionally. There's clutter, there's things, maybe even a person within your life right now that it might be time to move on from. You're focusing on this other person that's currently in your life or the past. You're focusing on them when you should be focusing on yourself. You're focusing on what they did wrong or what they're currently doing wrong to make things not work, to create drama, to create issues within the relationship. When you should be focusing on yourself and asking yourself how you contributed to the situation or how you are contributing to a current situation. The key to your development, the key to your lasting relationships in the future is this growth. And the growth is for you to learn to focus on yourself. Whatever happened in the past or is currently happening, it is written in the stars. It's a fated experience. It's a fated relationship. It was what your soul came up, what your soul signed up to experience. Whether this was to grow with this person long lasting or just for the time being. It's what I'm really hearing soul contract. Like this was a soul contract. This other person came into your life and you came into theirs to awaken them, to help them grow. Whether this is going to be long lasting or not, I cannot say. But what I can say is that you are meant to grow within the situation. It's like, whether this is current or the past, you were not focusing on the ways in which you could be grateful for the connection. If this is someone from the past, it's like you're still holding on to the resentment, the judging of the situation, and refusing to see the good that came out of it, or that is there if this is a current relationship, or situationship, I should say, because this is for singles. Your commitment is being tested. What do you want to experience within this life? What kind of relationship do you want to have? Focus on yourself. Clean up your act, right? Just really look at yourself and what you bring to the table. Are you trying to change someone instead of accepting them for who they are? Are you creating drama for yourself within a situationship because deep down you know this person isn't for you, but you keep holding on, trying to turn it into something that it's not? Is that what happened in the past relationship? I feel like whatever it is for you, whether it's current or the past, it's time for you to come to terms with something. Think outside of the box that you have placed around this circumstance. Move yourself out of that box even. Look at this. I can't make this up. The Clean It Up card relationship message says, time to clear the air. Take a look at your side of the street and say what's on your mind. Sweep away the old stuff so that a spring breeze can flow through with new energy. It's the perfect time to do an inventory of your dynamics and see what's yours and what's not yours to clean up the relationship. Everyone brings some baggage. Sort through what you brought with you and let go of what is no longer needed. Become unencumbered and your relationship will flourish. That's 100% your message. Become unencumbered and your relationship will flourish, whether this is in a current situation or a future situation that will come in for you. We'll see what the tarot has to say. Do things differently than you have in the past. That's that get creative energy that I was feeling. Past relationships maybe failed because you had your own baggage that you did not want to acknowledge. Current relationships could be worse off than they need to be because of your own baggage that you have yet to acknowledge. So really, focus on you. Focus on what you can do differently to grow, to change, to be a better partner. And in doing so, you hold the key to your own growth and development. In doing so, that is going to bring in the relationships, create the relationships that you want to see in the future. Focus on the positives. Focus on what it is that you can be grateful for within a current situation. And that's also the advice going into the future. Focus on the things that you can be grateful for within your relationship. Oops. Okay, there's so many cards. Okay. Look, Hermit at the bottom of the deck. Go within. So fitting for you. Go within. The answers that you need are all inside of you. That's the key. Your first card out is the Four of Pentacles. Then you have the Nine of Cups and the Queen of Wands. What awaits you? Group 4. No. Group 5. Maybe you should watch Group 4. Okay. This card, Four of Pentacles, is really making me think of Encanto. And the song at the end that Abuela sings, where she's is saying, sorry I held on too tight, worried I might lose you too. That has been your energy, whether within a current situation or within past relationships. You held on too tightly. You maybe try to appear perfect yourself or make someone else into your idea of perfection, afraid that you would lose them because you didn't want to be alone, or you're doing that currently because you don't want to be alone. You're being called to release it. Okay, I was also just shown the movie Couples Retreat. You might like either of those movies, by the way, and if you haven't seen them, then they might, well, if you haven't seen them, then you should watch them because there will be messages there for you. But Couples Retreat makes me think of the scene where the couples were in therapy, and there was one couple where the husband, played by Jason Bateman, was just, he held on too tight to the relationship. He tried to control things a bit too much. And the therapist's analogy that he gave them was of, you know, getting a little puppy and loving that little puppy. Is so cute, it's so sweet, but you hold it too much, that you hold it too tightly that you snap its neck. That in itself is not funny, but the movie was funny. You're being called to have more humor, to have a lighter side, and to not hold on so tightly when it comes to relationships. Release that fear of being alone, because I feel like that fear of being alone is what has caused past relationships to not work, or maybe causing a current situation to not work, or it is making you to hold on to a situation that is not good for you. Apply it to your situation as it fits. This is a general reading. But as you release that control, focusing on the positives, focusing on the things that you can be grateful for, you will find your happiness. You will find your Nine of Cups. Learning to first off be happy within yourself, because I think there's some work there surrounding your sacral chakra that has maybe put a blockage in your sacral chakra. You might deal with low self-esteem. You might have some issues around your mother or women figures in your life. Reading for another day. If you're so drawn to, though, I suggest that you watch my Bloom Where You Are Planted series. It's a series that helps you, it gives you the techniques of life coaching so that you can coach yourself. It helps you to discover where you're blocked, where you might be stuck, and then gives you the tools that you can use to get yourself unstuck, to heal yourself, okay? If you're so called to do so. But happiness is awaiting for you. This is you feeling so good in your own skin that you know exactly what you want. You don't settle for anything less. You feel good about yourself. You're confident within yourself. This is the energy that will attract in exactly what you're looking for. And as you do this work on yourself, learning to love yourself, being grateful for what you have, growing, allowing people to be who they are, not being afraid to walk away from someone if you need to, that's when you claim your rightful place on this throne as the queen, whether you're male or female. embracing that feminine energy where you know what you want. You're not afraid to go after it. You have confidence, you have charisma, you have drive, you have that passion, which is so attractive to people. People, you won't settle for relationships that don't benefit you. You don't settle for people who aren't loyal, for people who aren't committed, for people who are wishy-washy. This is you fully standing in your power. That is what awaits you, Group 5. Happiness and power. This is also sexuality, sensuality, loving yourself. Yeah. You have some healing work to do, Group 5. But that happiness and the passion that you are seeking within relationships is going to be attracted into you as you do this work on yourself. This is why your commitment is being tested. How much do you want those relationships in the future? How much do you want to feel good in life? The amount of work that you put in will let the universe just how much you want it. And as you put that work in, the universe will be directing it right to you. Be directing that energy, that person or people, if that's your situation, right to you, okay? So I'm going to pull or roll the dice to get some timing. Timing is not linear. I've had to say this, I've been called to say this in all my groups today. Timing is not linear. This is the destiny, your trajectory of where you are headed. But the amount of work that you put in, when you decide to put in that work, will affect the timeline of how all of this comes in for you. You could start doing the work today and be, good to go within a month. Maybe you're working with a therapist or a counselor or a life coach such as myself, and you move quicker. Other people may drag their feet and not start for a year. It might hold things off. You could even be like myself, who was very stubborn and refused to get any outside help. I did a lot of researching and reading and watching videos, but it maybe took me longer to heal myself and grow than it maybe could have taken someone else who actually worked with the coach or something. It's all dependent upon your situation. We all have our own journeys, right? All right, you have 4 and 1. First off, that reduces to a 5. So much change, so much goodness is about to come into your life. But I am getting 4 months to 1 year. Like I said, time is linear. You could start doing that work today and be sitting pretty like this and meet your dream partner in 4 months. It could take others a year to get onto this timeline, but that is your timeline. I'm going to pull some charms to get some more information. Okay, I only received the letter Y. This could be an initial. It could be an initial for someone that you meet. You could be asking yourself why. I don't know. Next, you have the thumbs up. The universe wants you to know that everything else is okay, that you are on the right track. Next, you have the purple flower. Intuitively, you will be led to the work that you need to do, maybe to the right person, mentor, teacher that you may need to work with if you want to work with someone. And your intuition will also lead you to the person that you seek, or people, once again, if that is your situation. Next, you have the bumblebee. Get to work. Get to work. Whenever I see the bumblebee, I think of a busy bee. Get busy focusing on yourself and your growth and development. That is what will bring the sweetness that you seek into your life. Oh, look, you have another thumbs up. More validation from the universe that you are safe and that you are protected. It is fated, it is written in the stars for you to find joy, find happiness, find love for yourself, embracing yourself in all of your uniqueness and beauty. Next, you have the pie emoji, as easy as pie. That's what I heard, as easy as pie. I feel like once you start to embark on this journey of growth and development and unlocking the secrets to yourself, you're going to find that it becomes easier and easier to tap into your intuition and follow the signs, the symbols, the guidance of the universe that will lead you to your ultimate happiness and fulfillment. And then you also have the Christmas tree. For some of you, you can expect to meet someone around Christmas time. Or, ooh, okay, a meet cute. Or possibly like when you're out, like walking in the woods or like a walking path or something, it might be some sort of meet cute situation where you just run into this person. You could both have dogs and your dogs connect. You could have a dog come running up to you and you're like, where's your owner? And then you look up and it's the person of your dreams. Who knows? Take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. But some of you will have this meet cute sort of situation where you have this cute story to tell to your kids, to your grandkids. Some of you will meet this person around Christmas. Either way, you are safe, you are protected by the universe, and you are being guided. Stay busy focusing on yourself and working on yourself. Group 5. If this resonated with you, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you would like some life coaching or to schedule a private reading, you can find my email listed in the description box below. Thank you for being here, and I will catch you next time. Goodbye. Okay, group 6. Last but not least, if you chose this lapis lazuli crystal, these will be your messages from Saint Valentine for Valentine's Day. Right away with the blue crystal, I'm feeling throat chakra. It might be time to speak up, to honor your truth, to admit the truth to yourself about a situation, about maybe what you want out of a relationship, what you need in relationships. Trying to see if there's anything else that comes in. Just truth, speaking up for yourself. You may need to set boundaries even within relationships. Let's see. I've already pulled your oracle cards, and then we'll finish off with some tarot cards and some charms. So, let's see what they have to say. You have Abundance, card 23, with Sagittarius energy. You may be Sagittarius, or the person that you meet in the future may be Sagittarius. Next, you have Come to the Edge, card 36, followed by Confusion and Take Time to Breathe Out, Disseminating Moon. That's exactly what I was feeling. The truth, admitting the truth to yourself. You are confused in some area when it comes to relationships. Maybe confused about what it is that you exactly want. You may be confused about someone that you are currently in some sort of situationship with. take a pause, take a chill. We have this take time to breathe out, and it looks like this person over here is wind blowing up around her. Breathe. You're being called to breathe, group 6. You might sort of have your guard up. I'm being drawn to, I know she's has her arms crossed because it looks like she's cold, but I feel more like it's a protective thing. Like you might have your guard up when it comes to relationships sometimes, or a current situation that you're in. The confusion card says, when you are in the unknown, it may be of little comfort to know that you are safe. Understand that your angels have brought you to this point. You may need more information at this time. Remain still and allow inspiration in. It will come. Right? Breathe. Take a pause. Take a chill. Stop trying to force situations. Stop trying to force meeting someone. You might be out there going on tons of dates or on tons of dating apps. Pause. You might be in a current situationship where you're trying to force the situation. Take a pause. It is okay. Abundance is soon going to come in for you. You will soon get the answers that you need, but first you need to take a chill pill. 36. Where is it? Okay. Come to the edge. Relationship message. It's scary to be, ooh, okay, yes. I stopped saying what I was saying about her arms. You have your guard up. It's like you're protecting yourself. And here we have the relationship message saying, it's scary to be truly intimate with someone, to allow him or her to see all of you, especially the parts that you've kept hidden and protected. Now is the time to take that risk and let yourself be seen, truly seen. It's important that you speak up, voice what you need. Didn't I say that? Set some boundaries, admit what you need, voice what you need, state who you are, say what you hope for. This is not the time to play it safe, but to take a leap of faith. You will be glad you did. If you're seeking a relationship, the same applies. Take one step toward the gods, and they will deliver what you truly desire, which is that abundance. Oh, I love this. I love when everything aligns like this. Group 6. Whether you are in a current situationship or you are waiting to meet someone, you need to get crystal clear about what it is that you are looking for. Be honest with yourself about what you need. Be honest in the future or currently, if there's someone around you already, about who you are, what you need to be happy within a relationship, right? Placing those boundaries where boundaries need to be placed. You know, this is like, I feel that you've been hurt in the past. And even if you haven't been in romantic relationships in the past, this is, you've been hurt, and that has blocked you from fully letting people in, letting people get to know you. But St. Valentine wants you to open yourself up, let people see you for who you are. It's making me think of Avatar. Maybe you like the Avatar movies. But the first movie where, what is the phrase that they say? Is it, I see you, right? Let people see you. Warts and all, fears and all, heartaches and all. Let people get to know you. Past relationships maybe have not worked out because you were guarded, because you were blocked off, protecting yourself, not wanting people to get too close, afraid that people will get too close. You may have some fear of abandonment. But it's time to let people in. come to the edge. Take that leap of faith. There may be someone currently in your life who is wanting to have something with you, and you've been afraid to fully jump in. You're being called to jump in. Or there could be someone coming in the near future who will want something with you, and you may be afraid to take it. You're being called to take it. Allow yourself. Put down those guards. Sorry, my cards are sticking together. Put down those guards. Let down your walls and let people in. You will be pleasantly surprised when you do. There will be so much abundance and prosperity there for you when you do. So breathe through it. Breathe through the situations. Breathe through your feelings of inadequacy, of abandonment. Breathe through it. Come to the edge. Take a leap of faith. Okay, nothing else wants to come out. One more shuffle. Okay, thank you. I thought there was one. Okay, your cards that fell out are the Fool, leap of faith, can't make it up again, 3 of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. First off, this Knight is you, and it's your person. This Knight is saying, speak up for yourself. Admit the truth to yourself. Use your voice, just like this Come to the Edge card was saying. State what you need in a relationship. State your wants. Place boundaries where boundaries need to be placed. Don't let people walk all over you for fear that they may leave you. Speak up for yourself. And this is also someone coming in towards you, charging ahead, coming towards you, wanting to state their feelings. And you're being called to take a leap of faith. You have 2 cards here saying, take that leap of faith. 3 of Cups is all about celebration. You will be happy that you did. You will have something to celebrate. Let those guards down. Let the walls down. Let people in to really get to know you. I love this for you. I love this. If you're questioning someone currently who is trying to get to know you, let them get to know you. You will be pleasantly surprised. Okay, let's roll some dice to get some timing for you. As I've stated in all the other piles, time is linear. Whenever you decide to do this work, how do I say it? It will take you all different times. Some of you may jump in because there's already someone in your life. It could literally happen the same day that you watch this video. Some of you, it may take a while for you to let your guards down, and it may take longer for you to finally find that relationship that you're seeking. It's all dependent upon you. We have 2 and 6. 2 plus 6 is 8, another sign of abundance coming in for you. And I am hearing 2 weeks to 6 months. 2 weeks to 6 months for you to start a new beginning. All right? Okay, let's get some charms as well. Okay, you have 2 letters. You have L and O. These may be the initials of someone that you meet, or they could even be your initials. You also have the winky eye smoochy emoji. This to me has been saying that like the universe is giving you a wink, saying you don't even know what's waiting for you. Get ready. And it's also saying that the universe loves you. Also, you could have someone around you who is flirting with you or who will be flirting with you very soon. You have the taco. You may love tacos. This person may love tacos. You may go on a date and eat some tacos. Maybe you need to accept a date to go eat some tacos. Or they may ask you if you want to go out to eat and ask you what you want to eat. If that is the case, say tacos. And then you also have the thumbs up. This is a nod from the universe saying they've got your back. You are safe. You are protected. It's okay to let those walls down. All right, group 6. These have been your messages from St. Valentine's for Valentine's Day. If this resonated with you, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like some personalized coaching to help you let down your guards, let down these walls, have the faith to take that leap of faith, then reach out to me. You can find my email listed in the description box below. If you'd like a personal reading as well, you can also email that same email address. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.